All right, what's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. We've got a 6-game NBA slate. We're going to talk through every single game. Then I'm going to give you my 7 best bets. But before we get into that, subscribe to the channel. It's free. We're continuing to grow here. Make sure you join the Discord. Links down below. We hit a nice little plus 212 parlay that I gave out in there last night in football. Recap from yesterday. It's kind of a shit day, man. 3-3 in basketball, so 500 there. NFL plays, we went 2-4, so that game sucked. But it is what it is. Love the basketball plays today. So let's get into that. Jump right into the game of the night. Cavs and the Celtics. 15-0. Is this the game the Cavs lose? Maybe. Playing Boston at home, or playing Boston at their home, TD Garden. So this should be an interesting game. Injury report. We've got LeVert, Merrill, and Okoro are all game time decisions. Really 50-50 to play. Max Struss is still out. Dean Wade's out. Pritchard is a game time decision, kind of 50-50 to play. I like Cleveland plus 4.5. I mean, I'm not going to fade a team that's 15-0. We've seen Boston just come out really flat, especially in games at home. So yeah, I can't back Cleveland to lose. Just not going to do that. All right, Hornets and the Nets should be a pretty good game. It really just depends on Melo. Is he on? Is he not on? For Brooklyn, they've got, let's see, Sharp should be playing tonight. Dorius Finney-Smith should be playing. Bogdanovich is out. Nick Claxton's out. So I would imagine Ben Simmons is essentially going to be playing the center position. So I really like his over 12.5 rebounds and assists today. And yeah, take Brooklyn minus 2.5 at home. Not really a game I'd want to touch, to be honest. If anything, I would probably lean more towards that over 220.5 personally. All right, Nuggets and the Grizz. So this one's a little dicey here. So the Grizz are just injured. I mean, they're in bad shape. Marcus Smart might play. Edie's out with an ankle injury. Gigi Jackson's out. Ja Morant's out. Spencer's out. So they've got some issues. Other side of the ball with Denver, it really comes down to Jokic. Does he play? He is a kind of a 50-50. If he plays, I kind of want to play Denver plus 3.5 right now and just kind of gamble. I still think they can win without him. But with Jokic against a really depleted Grizzlies lineup, yeah, I mean, everything just kind of falls on Desmond Bane at that point. So I love Denver plus 3.5. I'll probably end up betting this and just risk it and hope that Jokic plays. So that's where I'm at with that one. Pelicans and the Mavs, 11.5 points. I really don't want to play anything in this. The Pelicans have so many injury issues. Alvarado's out, Hawkins out, Herb Jones is out, McCollum's out, DeJounte Murray's out, Zion's out. So they've got all kinds of players out. On the Mavs side of the ball, it really comes down to Luka. He's a game time decision. Dante Exum's still out. 11.5 is a lot against the Mavs team that's 7-7 with no Luka. I don't love it, so this will be one I'll wait. I might live bet this, would kind of be my plan here, and hope that New Orleans comes out hot. A lot of times Dallas just comes out flat in the first quarter. They just tend to get down, so could be a good opportunity to live bet them, maybe get them for -5, -6. But with Luka in the lineup, I like them to get the job done here. All right, next game, Oklahoma City and the Spurs. So no Wemby tonight. So Zach Collins is going to be the center there. Let's see, that should be Sochan's out. On the OKC side, Hartenstein's still out with that broken hand. Chet Holmgren's still out. Jalen Williams still out. So kind of a shitty game. I don't see OKC not getting the job done. So OKC -9, still probably the best play. Not one I really want to touch there. All right, last game on the card, Jazz and the Lakers. For the Lakers, AD is a game time decision, but really he'll play. So he is expected to play. Hashimura is kind of a game time decision. Bronny James is probably not going to play. If you guys were looking to go big on his props, probably not going to play. Let's see. For me, it's Lakers all day, but 10.5 is a lot. I would almost say go over 234.5. I mean, the Jazz do play at a pretty good pace, so we should see some points scored in this one. Yeah, I mean, really, the Denver Nuggets game is the one I like. Maybe Brooklyn as well, but interesting day. Let's get into our bets. We'll talk through these. So the first one I have is Jason Tatum under 6.5 assists. I don't think he's going to be passing the ball a ton. I think he's going to be in score mode. I looked at all of his props. I don't mind all of them, to be honest. I mean, 8.5 rebounds could definitely do. Rebounds and assist lines at 14.5, which is kind of just where it always sits. So you could take that maybe on the over, but I like his under 6.5 assist. Cam Reddish under 8.5 points plus assist. As long as AD is playing, he's not going to hit this line. I don't think he's hardly ever hit this line with AD in the lineup, so just good value there. Jarrett Allen over 10.5 rebounds. A little sketchy, but I think he gets the job done. If you want to play it a little safer, maybe just do his double-double. It's unlikely he doesn't get 10 points. I did also look at his under points and rebounds. It's 25.5 on some books. That just seems maybe a little too high. But I ended up going ultimately with his over 10.5 rebounds. LeBron James under a half a block. So he's under this in 9 of his last 10 games. Now, the game he did hit it, he had 3. But he hasn't hit this in many games. So this is just more of a system play. Hoping that he doesn't get a block tonight. Could definitely see this turn into an absolute blowout, and he doesn't play most of the fourth quarter. That's what we're hoping for. John Collins over 8.5 rebounds. Lakers are 29th in rebounds allowed to centers, averaging 17, a little over 17 a game. So we've got no Kessler again tonight. I could see Collins potentially hitting this, getting 7 by halftime. So I like him in this spot. And then Ben Simmons over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. Like I said, Claxton's out tonight, so he's going to be playing the center position. This is like minus 164 on Underdog. It's like minus 180 on another book. You can get it minus 128 on FanDuel. I think it's like minus 135 on DraftKings. So good value here. Another play for him would be his under points, under 6.5 points. The guy just doesn't score. When he gets it, he passes it. He doesn't like shooting. So you can get his under 6.5 points as well. I do have that on some plays that I've already bet, but I did like this over as well. I felt like I had too many unders on the card, so I wanted to give you guys some overs. Last play is an under. It's going to be Keontae George under 5.5 assists. He's under this in 6 of his last 10 games. This is just a system play. Minus 135 on DraftKings. It's minus 169 on Sleeper. Minus 191 on Underdog. So really expecting him to go under. All right, so those are going to be the plays. A couple of plays that I like. They're just a little too high. Maybe parlay them together. Would be like Jrue Holiday over 3.5 assists. It's minus 162 right now. And then Chris Paul over 6.5 assists. The line's low because the blowout potential is pretty high against OKC. But, you could pair those together and get some plus money. So that is going to do it for me, guys. Like I said, make sure you join the Discord. I will give out some parlays on there today for the NBA. And I will catch you guys in the next video.